Today's meal is going to be 15 bean soup with ham. So I soaked the beans. These are 2 of those bags that you saw in the picture. When you soak them, they literally double. So you want to put twice the amount of water. If you don't soak them, you could still cook them. The difference is they're going to cook a little bit longer, at least 2 hours. If they're soaked about an hour and a half, they tend to cook a little bit better as well. You want to soak them for about 8 hours. So here's my pot ready with the beans soaked. I'm going to put in 1 entire chopped onion, 2 heads of garlic, ham at will. If you put in more, it's going to have a heavier ham feel to it or a taste. You could also use smoked pork chops. Now this is the ham that I had left over. I freeze it and then it makes perfect soup in the winter. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of chopped red peppers. I'll use 2 teaspoons of salt, and then the fine ground black pepper, we're going to put 1 teaspoon in there as well. So here are all the ingredients. I put them in and I just stirred up the top. I don't want to stir the beans. You never want to stir the beans while they're cooking. It'll crush them. They won't taste the same, but they're not going to cook as well. It does something to the cooking process as well. Correction to prior is I only used a half a tablespoon of black pepper and half of red pepper, and then you could make it more or less to your liking. From a heat standpoint, we're going to put this guy on medium and make sure that it doesn't burn out. And you could cover it, but again, make sure that it doesn't burn out and you're checking it because it will eat up the water. Now I'm starting this at 8:45 till 9, so I'll let you know the cooking process on it. Here's the bean soup at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Beans are not quite ready yet, so we're going to leave them a little bit longer. Now, personally, I'm going to add some turmeric to the soup for health reasons, as well as I love the flavor. This is an optional ingredient, so you can decide if to add it or not. My soup has now been cooking for 1 hour and a half. It's almost ready, so I could stir it. And what I did is I took the ham out, and I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. The reason is when I grab a spoon of soup, I like to have the ham and the soup together. I've also done it where I'm using a smoked pork chop, where I do leave the pork chop whole and then serve the beans on the bottom of the plate with the pork chop on top, and that also looks delicious. And here you have it, delicious 15 bean and ham soup. You could serve it with croutons, put rice on it, or eat it as it is. This is a hearty single dish that you will absolutely enjoy, especially if the weather's cold. If this was helpful, please subscribe and enjoy the videos.